The first time you translate, Case Catalyst will prompt you to select your preferred translate options. Here in the Input Options tab, you'll be able to choose a variety of options to improve your translate results. The default options selected are the ones that most users seem to prefer. In this lesson, we'll review each of the translate options so that you can customize them to your needs and preferences. If you'd prefer to accept the default options for now and learn about customization later, you can come back to this lesson whenever you'd like, and for now, just click the red X at the top right-hand corner of this dialog box to end this video, and then proceed to Lesson 3, Real-Time Translation. When you edit, you'll define any steno that didn't have a match in your personal or other dictionaries. When some reporters and scopists define an entry for their personal dictionary, they choose to send it to a temporary location called an update area, rather than directly to the personal dictionary. We'll go over the use of an update area in the Manage Dictionary lesson. For now, know that if you choose to use an update area, then selecting this option will cause the Translate feature to use any entries in the update area during translation. If you don't select this option, then Translate will not use any entries in the update area dictionary to help translate the file. When this option is selected, text will translate in all caps. When this option is not selected, text will appear as entered into the dictionary. Just for your information, if you change your mind and want text to appear in upper and lowercase, you'll be required to retranslate without selecting this option. If your goal is to be able to print the transcript with all caps or create an ASCII file with an all-cap text, you do not need to select this option. There are all caps options in Print and Export to ASCII. This option is usually selected by reporters whose steno theory uses the same stroke for the words a and an. When selected, steno defined as the word a will automatically translate as the word an if the rules of grammar require it. For example, steno defined as a followed by umbrella or hour would translate as an umbrella or an hour. If you write different steno outlines for a and for an, you may choose not to select this option. When not selected, the word a will only translate as a, regardless of the text that follows the word a. This feature allows you to identify keys you occasionally tend to drag or drop when writing. When this option is selected, Case Catalyst will analyze your untranslates and determine whether removing your dragged letters or adding your dropped letters will result in a match. If you have a consistent issue with dragging or dropping a particular letter, a better solution may be to adjust your writer's key contacts. But if the issue is truly occasional, for example, it's something that occurs in your writing before you get warmed up, or at the end of a long day, then drag-drop analysis can be a helpful option. When the TrueStroke drag-drop option is selected, Catalyst will use the Steno Xray 2 file data created by the Diamante or Wave writer to help translate what normally would have been an untranslate. For example, suppose you have the steno letters PEU, PB defined as the word pin in your dictionary. Now let's say you intend to write PEU, PB, but your Steno Xray 2 data indicates that you also dragged the steno letter O, that you wrote it strong enough to register, but you didn't write the O as firmly as the other steno letters. As there is no dictionary entry for the steno POEU, PB, Catalyst goes ahead and translates the steno as pin. When selected, the Easylink option will combine prefixes and suffixes with the root words and then the appropriate rules for spelling. For example, if you were to write the steno for move with the steno defined as the suffix format symbol followed by ing, and Easylink is selected, the translation result would be the word moving, spelled M-O-V-I-N-G. If Easylink were not selected, spelling rules would not have been applied during translation, and the result would be M-O-V-E-I-N-G. If you also select the Exclude Caps option, then if you write a word which has been defined as initial capped or all capped, and then write the steno for the plural ending, the suffix format symbol, and the letter S, spelling rules will not apply. The letter S will simply be attached to the end of the initial capped or all capped word. If you wrote the steno defined as the name Levy, initial cap L-E-V-Y, followed by the steno defined as the suffix format symbol and the letter S, the translation results would be L-E-V-Y-S, not L-E-V-I-E-S. However, if you write the steno defined as the all lowercase word L-E-V-Y, followed by the steno defined as the suffix format symbol and the letter S, the translation result will be L-E-V-I-E-S. The prefix-suffix rules file enhances the Easylink feature. It allows you to customize rules when adding prefixes and/or suffixes to root words. If and when you need to customize spelling rules for existing or additional prefixes and suffixes, you can open the file by clicking this button. Detailed instructions to insert or modify entries for the prefix-suffix rules file are included in Case Catalyst Help. When selected, Steno outlines accidentally stroked with a dragged final G, final D, and final S will translate the same as if the suffix had been written separately from the root word. For example, if the steno PHOF is defined as move, and the steno PHOFG is written, then even if PHOFG is not defined, it will still translate as the word moving. You can click the Details button to customize the result of suffix drag, or add additional suffixes that you might drag with a root word. When you write steno defined as an answer format symbol after colloquy, selecting this option would cause the answer to translate as colloquy the witness : space. If you prefer a different speaker designation, such as the deponent, you can type the preferred speaker designation in this field. If you prefer an answer written after colloquy to remain formatted as an answer, you would not select this option. If you write steno defined as a question format symbol immediately after colloquy or a parenthetical, selecting this option will cause Case Catalyst to insert a byline paragraph with the same speaker designation as the last byline in the job. When this option is selected, if steno for a question, answer, or colloquy is written twice with no other text following the first occurrence of the same paragraph, Catalyst will automatically delete the duplicate paragraph style. For example, if you write the right-hand bank of letters for an answer, and write that twice, followed by the steno defined as the word yes, Catalyst will translate it as answer, yes, not as answer and then another answer, yes. Some reporters write one steno outline for open quotes and a different steno outline for closed quotes. Some reporters write the same steno outline for either open or closed quotes. If you use the same steno outline for either open or closed quotes, you should select to use smart quotes. During translation, when you write steno for a quote, Case Catalyst looks to see if another steno outline for quote exists before the current one. When no previous steno outline for a quote is found, Case Catalyst translates it as an open quote and attaches to the word that follows. When a previous quote is found, Case Catalyst translates the steno as a closed quote and attaches to the end of the previous word or punctuation symbol. The smart quote feature will only apply if the steno for a quote is defined as a quote symbol. Smart quote will not apply if other text or format symbols, for example, delete space, sticky space, or cap next symbols are included in the definition. Case Catalyst has 3 automatic conflict resolution features: easy choice, second choice, and auto conflict. During edit, selected conflict choices are saved with associated data in conflict database files. When easy choice and/or second choice are selected, Case Catalyst consults the information in the database files to resolve the conflict during translation. If auto conflict is selected, Case Catalyst automatically selects the first choice in a conflict during translation. If easy choice and/or second choice are also selected and there is an entry in the conflict database files, the easy choice and/or second choice selections take precedence over auto conflict. All of the Case Catalyst number conversion features are covered in detail in the Number Conversion Self-Study Guide. To learn more about these translation options, click Help, and then Self-Study Guides. When Show Phonetic Translation is selected, steno will be matched against the phonetic table in the system file's case. Instead of appearing as a steno in Translate, it will appear as a phonetic match. For example, if the steno for the name James is not in your dictionary, instead of appearing as a steno stroke SKWRAEUPLZ, it would appear phonetically, translated as JAIMZ. If you choose to show a phonetic display of untranslates, there's an advanced translation option that may improve your results. Setting phonetic translates display as words to yes will use an algorithm to try to determine the best possible word match. Select this option to see a Translate Statistics window immediately after beginning translation in the Translate and Edit window. It will provide information about the number of untranslates, conflicts, and other important details about the currently translating job. If you do not select this option, the Translate Statistics window will not display automatically. However, you can open it manually at any time by clicking View, Show, and then translate statistics. In some jurisdictions, most notably for Texas depositions, reporters are required to keep a track of the amount of time spent by each attorney in examination. They will define a timer command for each speaker. These timers can be displayed when translation begins by selecting the Show Timers option, or by clicking View, Show, Timers, after translation begins. You can learn more about timers in Case Catalyst's help. This option enables you to select which Easy Speakers dictionary you will use for the Create Easy Speakers Entries feature. As mentioned in Translate Lesson 1, after you are comfortable with the basic skills of transcript production, you may wish to learn more features, such as Easy Speakers, and you'll find guidance in the Speaker Features self-study guides available in the Help menu. You can select and save display settings such as color options, zoom settings, cursor size, and more while in Edit. You can have as many sets of display settings as you like. Once these alternate user settings have been saved, they can be selected here prior to translation, so that Translate displays with your preferred view options. You can learn more about saving and loading alternate user settings for Edit via Case Catalyst Help. Once you've set these options as preferred, you'll click Next. The next several screens enable you to set up options for real-time, output to CaseUnet, output to other programs and services, a caption encoder, and other devices. You will select options for each of these features based on your individual needs when you're ready to use these features. These options will be covered in more detail in later lessons. For now, we'll just go ahead and click Finish to indicate that we're finished setting up Translate options. If you would like to practice setting up Translate options, you can open the Training User, click Tools, Options, Translate, and then click Options and select the options you prefer. When you're ready, proceed with Lesson 3, Real Time.